let's go back to about 300-400 AD. In Christendom, as it was at the time, early Christendom, there was an enormous fight raging. In fact, in Rome, there were street fights between the proponents of two different, shall we say, theological systems. By the way, most of this you can read in a book by a Princeton professor of religious studies, Elaine Pagels, P-A-G-E-L-S, written some wonderful books. This particular one I'm referring to, I think, is called Adam and Eve and the Serpent. Now, but you can, there's many other sources for this as well. It's not just her work, but but she puts it out so beautifully. These two schools of theological thought. One was led by Pelagius. Pelagius comes over from England and says that man is basically good. He still had to have a good and bad, but he believed man was basically good. And his opponent was the revered Saint Augustine, which said that it wasn't Saint Pelagius, Saint Augustine, who said, in essence, as I understand him, that man is basically bad because his mother's bad, and he picks up the original sin inside her womb. Well, thank you very much. I mean, we're really talking about mother love, aren't we? All right? And as Pagels said, he was and still is the most influential thinker in Christendom. And he says, we are born evil because our mothers are evil. It's the very opposite of everything I'm trying to teach. He is creating anguish when I am trying to alleviate it. Anyhow, there was this fight going on between these two factions, street fights. The people saying, we are basically good, and the others saying, no, you are basically bad. Now, the latter, the Saint Augustine, had to win. Had to win. For two reasons. One is that there was no profit in it, if I can use that word loosely, for the church in Pelagius's theology, because there was no need for churches. Because the church is really saying you are a sinner, as Augustine says, because of your mother, and only we can make you pure. Only we can get you to heaven, which in a way was Luther's thing, in a way, much, much later. That was one reason why Pelagius lost and Augustine won. The other reason was, I just forget the exact number, but Augustine was Saint Augustine of Hippo, which is in North Africa, shall we say, loosely, Arabia. And he just happened at that time to give I forget the name of the emperor who determined all of this, which was going to win. He just happened to give a gift, I think it's 80 white Arabian stallions. So we all are judged evil, in part because of this bribe of these white Arabian stallions.